Hello friends, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. This is Core and Restore. My name's Jenny. Feel free to take some time to grab any props that you'd like to use for the restore part. You're welcome to grab blocks, blankets, bolsters, cushions, books, anything that you'd like, pillows to support yourself. I don't have any props built into the practice today, but if you do like to bring those in or kind of play with those, then feel free. Today we're going to be doing some strength building and flexibility building in the hip flexors in our low core. So that's kind of what I got on the agenda for you today. So let's just jump right into it. Find a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. I prefer to sit up on a blanket or a block, maybe a book. Just kind of helps to sit a little bit taller. You can tilt the pelvis forward and get a little more length. This is a nice addition to your seated practice, especially if you have tight hips or tight low back and you find that you kind of have to round out or lie back to get a good, comfortable seat. So take time to get any wiggles out, to start to settle in. You can close the eyes or soften the gaze and just start to tune in. Start to check in, starting to notice how the body's feeling. Maybe even doing a full body scan, starting from the top of the head, moving your way down through the face, through the neck, into the shoulders, the chest, the upper back. Checking in with the arms, down the torso, the mid-back, down into the low back, the hips and pelvis. Checking in with the upper legs, down through the knees to the lower legs, into your ankles and feet. And just notice. Notice any areas of tension or tenderness, any stiffness or soreness, anywhere that needs a little extra love today. And if you find a particularly sticky area that maybe needs a little more attention, you're welcome to bring a hand or two to that area, maybe just take a few deep breaths, or if a massage would feel good, feel free to just physically connect with any areas of the body that are feeling a little extra tense. And starting to connect to your breath. Working to draw the breath in and out of the nose. And taking full, deep belly breaths, getting back to our natural state of breathing. If you've ever watched a newborn breathe, they use their full belly. So on the inhale, expanding the belly out. This creates more space for the diaphragm to lower and the lungs to fully expand, creating a little Buddha belly. And then on the exhale, drawing the belly in towards the spine and up towards the heart, which helps to press all of that air out, raising the diaphragm and squeezing in on the lungs, just to help kind of press all of that air out. So just taking deep belly breaths in and out of the nose. And if you'd like, you can bring an audible quality to your breathing by activating the muscles in the back of the throat. So kind of like when you're fogging up a window or a mirror. Working with some ujjayi breathing if you'd like. And really just focusing on the breath. Just taking a few minutes to settle in. Let the mind catch up to the body. Start to draw your awareness inward, meeting yourself exactly where you are today, exactly as you are today. As you feel ready, releasing the arms down alongside the body. Sit up nice and tall, really ground down towards the sits bones. Inhale, send the arms out to the side and raise them up towards the sky. On an exhale, just nice, gentle twist over towards the right. Just kind of let the hands drop down. We're not using them as leverage here. Inhale to come back up through center. And exhale, nice, gentle twist to the other side. And the arms just float down. Inhale, back up through center, a few more to each side. Exhale, twist to the right, open up through the arms. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, twist to the other side. One more round each side. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, twist to the opposite side. Fantastic work. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring them into goalposts, spread out through the hands. Inhale, draw the shoulders together, lift through the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows and forearms together as you tuck the chin in towards the chest. Again, inhale, open up through the upper back, through the upper chest. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round out, chin drops down, arms come together, and a separation happens between the shoulder blades. One more, inhale, open up. And exhale, tuck in. Awesome work. Inhale, come back up through center, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release the hands down. Go ahead and remove any props you may be sitting on. Uncross through the legs, maybe shake them out. Maybe if you need to get a little circulation going back in the limbs. Awesome work. And we're going to bend the knees, planting the feet a little wider than hip distance, and we'll take some seated cat-cow. So grabbing onto the knees, we're going to bring in some spinal flexion. So inhaling again to lift the chest, shoulders draw together, gaze lifts. And exhale, rounding out, chin tucks in towards the chest, shoulder blades separate. So this is the same movement that we were just doing with the arms and the back, but just exaggerating a little bit more. Inhaling to arch, exhaling to round it out. Awesome work. A few more here. Taking it to whatever depth feels right for you. Awesome work. Now we're coming back to a neutral spine. So sit up nice and tall. Find engagement in the core. So belly draws in, ribs hug in. We're sitting up with a nice straight spine. Now we're going to bring in some kicks with the legs to start activating our hip flexors. So you're welcome to stay nice and straight, or if you want a little bit more, you can start to lean back, but keep that spine nice and straight. Don't round out, don't fall. I mean, it's okay if you fall back, but try to resist that rounding down. So sitting up nice and tall, you can extend out through the arms, or if it helps, bring the hands behind the knees. We're going to draw the knees slightly in so that we can come up onto just the tiptoes. If you can maintain that balance, we're rooting down onto the sits bones. And we're going to inhale to lift the right leg up, and exhale, just lower the foot back down. Inhale, left leg extends up, and exhale, lower back down. A few more like that. Inhale, right leg kicks up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg kicks up. Exhale, lower down. One more each side. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, lower. Left foot, inhale, up. Exhale, lower. All right foot extends on the inhale. Exhale, take it out to the side. Inhale, bring it back up through center. Exhale, tap it to the side. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, open it up one last time. Inhale, bring it back up through center. Exhale, release down. Switch it out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, tap it out to the side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, open it up to the side. Last one. Inhale, foot extends. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, raise that leg back up. And exhale, stepping in. Awesome work. Check in with that spine. Notice if you started to lie back, bring that length through the spine, engage in the core, keep that center strong. All right, inhale, extend the right leg up. Exhale, lower it down, hovering the foot. Inhale, bring it back up through center. Exhale, open it up over towards the right. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, lower down. Switch it to the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, extended leg lowers. Inhale, raise, extended leg up. Exhale, open it up, tap it to the side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, draw it in. Awesome work. You're starting to feel those hip flexors. All right, inhale, right foot up. Exhale, extend it down. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, rainbow, kick it out to the side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, step it down. Last one, left side. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, lower extended leg down. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, send it out to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, step it in. Awesome work. Lower the heels, bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Open up through the knees. Finding cobbler's pose. If it would feel good, you can maybe start to bow forward, leading with the chest so that you keep the spine nice and straight. Find your breath. Awesome work. When you're ready, coming back up, we're going to draw the knees together, drawing the knees in towards the chest, and we're going to rock back and forth. So a little rock and roll here, a little massage for the spine. Now we're going to try to roll up to standing. Some days I can do this, some days I cannot, so we'll see how it goes. As we rock back, we're going to rock forward. I like to cross the ankles and then come up to standing. Uncrossing the ankles is going to be a little more challenging. Awesome work. So we're in standing pose, mountain pose. Release the arms down, spread out through the fingers. Really find a solid connection down to the feet. Find your stability. Inner thighs draw together, belly draws in, core is engaged. Awesome work. Inhale, send the arms out to the side. Raise them up as you lift up through the heels, coming up onto the balls of the feet. And exhale, lower down. So just working with a little balance here, a little stabilizing through the legs. Inhale, arms up, heels up. And exhale, lower down. Move from the strength in the core, keep those legs solid. Inhale, arms up, heels up. And exhale, lower down. Awesome work. Let's add on. Inhale, arms out and up, heels lift. Ooh. Pause here. It's okay if you need to ballerina around a little bit. If you want a little bit more, bring the hands together, interlace through the hands, flip the palms, turn them up. Awesome work. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release the hands, release the heels. Awesome work. Maybe shake it out if you need. Got a few more rounds here. All right, find your feet. Inhale, arms out and up, heels up. Stay here if you'd like. Interlace the hands, turn the palms up. Inhale to lengthen. If you want a little more, exhale, arch over towards the right. Definitely a challenge with the balance here. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, arch it over towards the left. So shifting through our center of gravity, really working those stabilizers all the way from the ankles up into the core. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, release the hands, release the heels. Fantastic work. Go ahead and shake it out. All right, one more round here with this balancing. Inhale, arms out, heels up. Interlace through the hands, turn the palms. Fingers extend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, arch right. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, arch left. Inhale, back up through center, keeping the heels raised. Exhale, release the hands, start to dive forward, swan dive. Lowering the chest first till you're halfway down, then rounding out, going all the way down. This is definitely a challenge. Heels are still lifted. Maybe the hands come down to blocks to bring the ground closer. And then you're welcome to stay here. You can lower the heels down if this is a bit too much, or nice and slow, start to bend the knees, lowering the hips all the way down, keeping the heels lifted, coming into a little squat. If you want even more of a challenge, wrap the arms around the legs. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Awesome work. We're getting a nice stretch for the feet as well as strengthening those ankles, strengthening the calves. Awesome work. Now we're coming out the way we came in. So releasing the arms down, keeping the heels lifted, start to lift through the hips. Coming towards a forward fold with lifted heels. Inhale to find the half lift, so we're extending through the spine in a little hovering of the chest, and then slowly start to send the arms out to the side, raising back up towards our standing pose on the tiptoes if you can. Awesome work. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, release it all down. Shake it out. Fantastic work. All right. Not quite done here yet, so inhale, send the arms out to the side, reach them up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, come into chair pose. All right, so we're rooting down towards the feet. It's up to you if you want the feet touching, or maybe you want them a little more spread out, no further than hip distance. Inner thighs are drawing together. We've got that tailbone extending back, lengthening through the low back, and then we've got that nice extension through the spine. You can work towards a gentle back bend, or you could hover the chest. Awesome work. Hands can be extended, goalpost, prayer, hips, whatever works. All right, coming into floating chair. If you can, inhale, send the arms forward. Exhale, fly the arms back as you lift up through the heels. Inhale, send the hands forward. Maybe the heels stay lifted. Exhale, send the arms back. Fantastic work. One more. Inhale, swim the arms forward. And exhale, swim them back. Fantastic. All right. Inhale, reach it up. Start to extend, heels still lifted. Exhale, lower the heels, lower the hands down to heart center. Awesome work. All right, we're gonna kick in a little more hip flexor work here. So, as you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up and draw the right knee up till it's parallel to the ground. Exhale, sink down into a one-legged chair. Nice work. Now here, just little pulses with the knee. Lifting up, keep those right toes flexed. Link the pulses with your breath. You can bring in a little fire breathing, maybe kick it up. Or take it nice and slow. We're rooting down towards that left foot, really working that stabilizer here, and then really working that hip flexor. All right. Come back till the thigh is neutral, is parallel. All right, we're gonna inhale to straighten through that balancing leg. Exhale, bend the knee, step the right foot out towards the right. Looks really awkward, I know. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, bend the knee, step it across to the other side, like you're crossing legs. Awesome, inhale back up through center. Exhale, bend the balancing leg as you step the right foot right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, bend the left knee, right foot steps over. And inhale, back up. Last one. Exhale, open it up to the right. Bend that left knee. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, cross the leg, tap the toe, bend the knees. Inhale, back up through center. Awesome work. Now we're going to open up through that right knee, cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, and come down into chair pose. One-legged. Awesome work. Keep those right toes flexed back. Really working that balancing leg. If you fall out, that's okay, just get right back in. Awesome work. One more deep inhale. Nice exhale. Inhale, re-extend, uncross through the leg. And exhale, step it down, release the hands. Woo, shake it out, nice work. Before we take it to the other side, let's inhale, send the arms out to the side, raise them towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold, swan dive down. Inhale, half lift, extend through the head, and exhale, fold forward. Pause here. Feel free to shake the head yes and no. You can grab opposite elbows. You could sway side to side. You could walk the fingers from one side to the other. And bend through the knees. Shimmy through the hips. Just taking this forward fold to kind of reset. Maybe grab a drink of water. All right, we've got that little series on the other side. So when you're ready, inhale, half lift, lengthen through that spine. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms go out to the side, send them up. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Awesome work. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, sink back into chair. Send the hips back. Again, check in with your stance here. We want to be pressing into all four corners of the feet. Again, they could be together, they could be slightly separate. We don't want the knees to come over the toes. We want to work towards getting them in line with the ankles or anywhere in between there. Awesome work. All right, feel free to stay here. This is a challenging pose as is. If you want a little more, inhale to extend the arms out. Exhale, send the arms back, lift the heels. Inhale, release the heels as you bring the arms forward, switching it up. Exhale, send the arms back as you lift through the heels. One more, inhale, heels down, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, send it back, lift the heels. Nice work. Inhale, reach the arms up, heels come down. Nice exhale here. Inhale, come back up through standing as you lift that left knee up. Nice work, pause here. Flex that left foot back. Arms can be doing whatever you'd like for counterbalance. All right, we're bringing in those pulses. So we're lifting through that left knee, bringing some strength and flexibility into our hip flexors. Working our balancing leg, working those stabilizing muscles. Awesome work, root down to that right foot. Find that solid connection. Awesome work. I'm sweating. I don't know about you guys. Find your breath. All right, now we're going to bring in that kind of side-to-side movement with the leg. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the right knee as you step the left foot out towards the left. Super awkward. Inhale, bring it back up. Straighten through that leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Cross that foot over. Bend the right knee. Cross left foot over. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, lower down as you open up to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower down as you tap the foot across. Inhale, center. Last one. Bend the knee, lower the foot down, super awkward. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, cross the foot. Lower down. Awesome work. Inhale, back up through center. This time we're crossing the left ankle on top of the right knee, and we're coming down into our one-legged chair. And arms doing whatever you need for counterbalance. Keeping those left toes flexed back, grounding down towards that right foot. And remembering that balance isn't something that we get once and then we have it. Something that we have to continue to work with, continue to manipulate and move and work with to be able to maintain that balance. That's just not in our physical practice. That can be applied to anything in our lives. Awesome work. When you're ready, nice deep inhale, cleansing exhale. Inhale, reach it up, uncross, and exhale, step the foot down. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Awesome work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Let's plant the hands on the ground. Step the feet back to plank pose. Awesome work. We're in plank, or you can lower the knees down to half plank, extending through the spine. One deep inhale here. Exhale, lower down, either into a push-up or all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, send it back, downward dog. Take a few rounds of breath here. This is our first downward dog. Maybe shake out through the head. You can shake out through the legs. Just feel into this first down dog. Awesome work. As you feel ready, we'll take an inhale to extend the right leg forward, up, and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, open up to scorpion. Maybe roll out through the ankle or circle through the knee. You can even kick the leg out. A few rounds of breath here. Check in with the shoulders. Notice if you're dumping all your weight into your left shoulder or wrist. Awesome work. Inhale, re-extend through that right leg. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Low lunge. Inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up into goal post. Inhale, broaden through the chest. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Dive forward into our low lunge. We're going to start to bring the weight into that right foot, kicking that back leg up. Inhale, and exhale, step the left foot in to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, arms out to the side as you raise up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome work. Bring the thumbs to the sternum, close the eyes. Just take a few rounds of breath to feel. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the sweat. Feel the shaking. Feel that life force, that prana. All right, from here, we're coming into eagle pose. So we're gonna kind of combine what we've been doing with the legs. So inhale, scoop the arms up. And exhale, lower the hands back down. Inhale, lift the right knee up. And then we're slowly gonna start to cross it over. Now you can just bring that knee across and just have a nice little, like you're crossing your legs in a chair, all ladylike. Or you could try to hook the right toes behind the calf, getting a little double cross here. All right, this is a challenge. The hips are naturally gonna sink. You can sink down a little further if you wanna add the arms. Inhale to open up the arms to the side. Exhale, we'll bring the right arm underneath, bend the elbows, lift through the elbows, backs of the hands can come to touch. Fronts of the hands can come to touch. If that's not working, go ahead and release down and grab opposite shoulders. We want the elbows lifting up and away so we get the separation of the shoulder blades. Awesome work. We're working balance, flexibility, strength, working it all. Awesome work. Maybe lower down a little bit further. If you do want a little more, start to round out in the upper back, bringing the elbows down towards the knees without releasing the elbows down. Elbows are still parallel to the shoulders or higher. Awesome work. One more deep inhale here. Cleansing exhale. Inhale, slowly start to come up if you were folded forward. Uncrossing through the legs, uncrossing through the arms. Open up, step it out to the side. Take the legs nice and wide, heels in, toes out. Inhale to reach up with the arms, star pose. Exhale, lower down into goddess. Awesome work. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, lower. Last one, we'll hold this one. Inhale, re-extend, reach it out. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Stay here. Hands can stay where they are. They could come to prayer. They could come down to the thighs. Awesome work. Little counter stretch, getting a nice stretch on the inner thighs. Awesome work. Let's release the hands down to the thighs, fingers pointing in. And then kind of press away to find some length in the spine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, dip the right shoulder down. One deep round of breath in this little twist. Awesome work. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, drop it to the other side. Awesome work. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, re-extend, extend through the arms, extend through the legs. Feet come together, feet are parallel. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dive forward. Wide leg forward fold. You're probably standing off the mat, that's okay. If you're on a slippery surface or if that's not working for you, feel free to rotate so your feet are on the mat. Okay, here we go. Let's plant the hands and just start to toe heel the feet all the way together. We'll take that on the other side. So we'll inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold it in, plant the hands on the ground, step the feet back to plank. Inhale to lengthen in your plank. Exhale, lower down, either to chaturanga push-up or all the way to the belly. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. And exhale, send it back, downward dog. Find your breath, find your connection. When you're ready, inhale, left leg extends forward, up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, open up. Again, here you can circle through the knee, circle through the foot, or kick out through the leg. Whatever would feel good here, checking in with the shoulders, not dropping into that right shoulder. Awesome work. Inhale, re-extend through that left leg. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Find your balance, and as you're ready, inhale, raise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows, come into goal pose. Inhale, broaden through the chest, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Inhale, re-extend arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release the arms down. Nice work. We'll start to send the weight forward, kicking that back leg up. And exhale, step the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out to the side as you raise up towards standing. Hands come to heart prayer. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Awesome work. Inhale, reach the arms up as you lift the left knee up. I had to think about that one. Awesome work. We're coming into our eagle pose. So we're going to start to cross that leg over. The hips will naturally sink. You're welcome to sit down even further like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Again, you could let that leg dangle, or perhaps you hook the toes behind the calf. Awesome work. You're welcome to stay here. This is a challenge. If you want to add the arms, inhale, extend the arms open. Exhale, left elbow comes underneath. Either bring the backs of the hands to touch, palms of the hands can touch. Elbows lift, draw away from the shoulders, or you could release the elbows, hands down to opposite shoulders. You're welcome to stay here, or if you want, round it out, starting to bring the elbows down towards the knees without letting the elbows release in towards the belly. Fantastic work. I'm dripping in sweat. Hope you are too. Awesome work. Nice and slow, we're gonna start to make our way back up to standing. Find your balance. Uncross through the legs, uncross through the arms. Reach up, step it out to the side. So we're coming a little wider than the mat. Inhale to reach, heels in, toes out. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, goddess pose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, lower. This last round, you're welcome to come back into goddess or come all the way down into garland. So we're either inhaling and then exhaling back where we were, or bringing the feet in slightly closer, lowering all the way down to a yogi squat. Nice work. So again, we're either back in our goddess pose, arms doing whatever you like, or down in garland pose. Elbows come to the insides of the knees if you're down here. If you have tighter hips, the elbows can be used to press the knees gently open. If you have super open hips, then press the knees in on the elbows to get some activation. Fantastic work. A few more rounds of breath here. Awesome work. Now from here, if you're in garland pose, actually no, I was gonna do a transition, but we'll stick with what we got going. Okay, so if you're in garland pose, you can release the hands down, bring the feet parallel, and then lift the hips. Or, for a little more challenge, start to raise it up. If you're in goddess pose, come up into star. Awesome work. We're gonna toe heel the feet together. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Awesome work. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in, plant the hands on the ground, step the feet back to plank. One last. Here we go. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower down, either into your chaturanga push-up or all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Fantastic work. Got one last little bit of core before we get into the restore part. We're gonna come into a bear pose. So the feet are about hip distance, maybe a little closer, still in our downward dog. We're gonna bend the knees, start to hover the knees, still finding length in the spine. Awesome work. Either stay here with the knees hovering, or we're gonna get really awkward with it. We're gonna circle the knees out, up, and back in towards center. So there's a little movement through the hips. So we've got one knee going clockwise, one knee going counterclockwise, meeting in the middle. Awesome work, and then switch so the knees will lift, then come out, down and around and back to center. Awesome work, come back through your bear pose, root back through the heels, press into the feet. Root into the hands, nice and slow, lower the knees all the way down. Send the hips back, take a child's pose. Wow, awesome work. Take a few rounds of breath here. Extend through the arms, breathe into the back side of the body. Fantastic work. All right, as you feel ready, we're going to come back up through our tabletop, and we're going to take seated cow face pose. So how we're going to get into this, we kind of played with this a few weeks ago. We're just going to draw the right knee forward and then swing it around. So that again, it's like we're crossing legs here. And then you can kind of walk that left knee in behind that right, and then start to shift the hips back as you come down to a seat. That transition's a little weird and may not be accessible for everyone. So if it's not, just come to a seated position. We'll draw the left foot under, right leg over. And if the cross of the legs is not even there, just come into a cross-legged or half lotus. So just bringing that right knee up on, right ankle on your left knee. There we go. So we're working to get the knees crossed and to get the knees stacked. As you can see, mine aren't there. Totally fine, that's where my body is. What's most important is to have the hips squared and the sits bones grounded. So you want that nice solid foundation. So find that first and then work with what you got going on in the legs. You could even have that left leg extended and the right leg stepped over. Awesome work, sitting up nice and tall, or if you'd like, start to bow it forward, rounding out, lowering the head down towards the knees. A few more rounds of breath here. So for me, I feel a lot of sensation on the outsides of my hips, kind of near the glutes. I feel a little bit on top of the quads, but depending on, your body type, what position you're in, you might feel a little different sensation. Just keep tuning in, because we never want to cause any pain. We should feel like we're pushing our bodies. We want to find that edge and push a little further past it so that we can grow and strengthen and evolve, but we don't want to push so far that we injure ourselves, we cause any long-term harm or injury. So just keep tuning in. Awesome work. Let's take one more deep round of breath here. And as you feel ready, if you're bowed forward, slowly starting to raise up. Play with another fun transition if you want. I'll show you another way to do it if this doesn't work. So we're going to take the hands, we're going to come over towards the left, and we're going to plant the hands. Then we're going to start to lift through the hips. We'll pivot so that we're facing the back, and then we'll continue the circle, coming all the way over towards the right, turning, twisting, crossing the legs, and we end back up in our cow face pose with the opposite leg on top. Now I know that takes some time to do, so what else? If you want, you can just uncross through the legs, cross the other way. We're just playing with transitions today. All right, so we are in our cow face pose on the other side. Again, we want to make sure that we have that solid connection to the sits bones. So if that means having that top leg uncrossed and just working with a little more hip opening, maybe working with half lotus, or maybe even just working in cross-legged. Working with what you got, meeting yourself where you are, checking the ego at the door, just honoring your body, honoring this beautiful vessel that we are given to carry us through this existence. If you'd like, you can bow it forward. One of the goals of yoga is to help to build a healthy relationship with your body, to learn to work with what you've got going on, with your body mechanics, with your biology, your history, just working with, what you've got going. And instead of working against it, instead of fighting against it, instead of our bodies being one of our enemies, we want to really honor our bodies and build this healthy relationship with it so that it can be a give and take. Our body just responds to what we do to it, what we put into it, or what we don't do with it or don't put into it. So it's a very symbiotic relationship where we need to give and listen and be open to receive those messages back from the body. The body tells us what it needs, what it wants. Listen. Awesome work. A few more rounds of breath. And as you feel ready, slowly start to raise back up if you're bowed forward. Now this transition, we're just going to uncross through the legs. We're going to bring the hands back behind us, and we're just going to kick the legs up. Kind of like a little toddler having a tantrum. If you want, you can add the arms. You can fully freak out. Just shake it out. Awesome work. Okay. Let's plant the feet on the ground and scooch so that you have space to lie back. We'll take a few more rounds of our seated cat-cow, so feet a little wider than hip distance, grabbing onto the knees. Inhale to lengthen and open. Exhale to round out and tuck in. Few more. And when you're ready, as you round out, just start to round down nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down to the ground. When you get there with the knees bent, walk the feet in, legs are hip distance, heels walking in towards the glutes, shin bones pointing forward. Fantastic work. We're coming into a bridge pose. You're welcome to bring in props for a supported bridge. So when you're ready, pressing into the feet, puffing up through the chest, so exaggerating the arch in the mid part of the back, and then tucking the shoulder blades underneath. And then slowly starting to lift the hips up. Again, here you're welcome to slide a folded up blanket, a block, a bolster underneath for a little more passive pose. Getting the hips above the heart, getting an opening through the hip flexors. Fantastic work. About 3 more rounds of breath. When you're ready, nice and slow, you can untuck through the shoulders, remove any props that are there, and then slowly start to lower down. Fantastic work. You can walk the feet out away from the glutes, keeping that left knee bent or left foot planted on the ground. Inhale to extend the right leg up. Flex the toes, turn them out towards the right, and then just like we did in our one-legged chair, crossing that right ankle on top of the left knee. Opening up through that right knee, coming into a reclined pigeon pose. You're welcome to stay here. Or maybe you start to draw the left knee in towards the chest. That left foot could rest on a prop, or you could interlace the hands behind the knee. You can bring in some gentle rocking side to side. You could bring the right elbow to the right knee and gently press it open. You could continue to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder, all just different ways of exploring the sensation in the hip. Keep the left toes flexed back, right toes flexed back, nice and active. One more deep inhale. And exhale, slowly start to release the left foot down. Crossing through the right. Planting the right foot. And then we'll switch it out. So extend the left leg up. Flex the left toes back. Turn the left toes out towards the left. And then cross left ankle on top of right knee. Opening up through that left knee. And you've got options here. You could stay as you are. You could start to draw that right knee in towards the chest. Right foot could come onto a prop or interlacing the hands behind the right knee. You've got that gentle rocking you could take, left elbow, left knee, or right knee towards right shoulder. Listen, honor, don't try to force anything. Don't even try to recreate the same shape or same experience on each side. It's all individual. Start to feel ready, gently releasing that right foot down. Crossing the left, planting the left foot, walking the feet out a little wider than hip distance. Knees are still bent, and then just take some windshield wipers. Knees drift from side to side. You could move fast or slow through this. And then with the knees dropping over towards the right, let's pause there, let the knees hang heavy. And then maybe pointing that left knee towards the top right corner of your mat, just to kind of get a little more length and stretch into the outside of that left hip flexor, maybe feeling a little bit more into the quad. If you want, you could also start to work to kick the left heel towards the glute, lowering that left knee down further, just getting even more of a quad stretch here. But be careful because we are in that twist. Awesome work. One more deep round of breath. And then we'll inhale to start to draw the knees back up towards center. Maybe you want to take a few rounds of windshield wipers, just reset between sides. And then when you're ready with the knees dropped over towards the left, we'll pause here, getting a nice twist and lengthening that right knee towards the front left corner of your mat, getting that exaggeration of the stretch through the hip flexor, through the outer hip. You can also slowly start to kick that right heel in towards the glute, lowering the right knee down just to get any desired sensation. Maybe a stretch in the quad. But staying aware of the knee, the low back, the spine. feel ready, slowly start to raise the knees back up. Maybe a few more rounds of windshield wipers. And then your choice for a final hip opener, if you want to take cobbler's pose, bottoms of the feet to touch, knees drop open, or if you want to take happy baby, knees drawing in towards the armpits, flexed feet up towards the sky, knees bent, hands grabbing the outsides of the knees, legs, or feet. Whichever option you're taking, lengthen out through the tailbone, get a nice release through the low back. Whenever you feel ready, we're going to start to transition towards our Shavasana, or a final relaxation. But if there are any other movements or stretches that you'd like to take, you're welcome to stay for a few more rounds of breath in your hip opener, or explore any final movements that'll round out your practice and help you settle into your final relaxation. Take your time, listen to your body, feel into it. And whenever you're ready, starting to settle into your final relaxation, could be in the traditional corpse pose, on the back, palms turned up, toes turned out. If this doesn't feel awesome today, don't do it. Lie on your side, lie on your belly, come up to a seated meditation. No wrong way for you to surrender, which is really what our Shavasana is. It's that a time at the end of class where we really start to let everything integrate. Really start to feel all of the amazing work that we've just done. And it's representative of a really important aspect of our lives, which is surrender. And our whole yoga practice can be a reflection of our life off of our mats. You know, we work with intention, with dedication, with presence. You work towards a goal, towards a pose, towards surviving a class. We're very intentional with that work. Really where the magic happens is at the end, when we take that time to pause and reflect and surrender. And let all of that good work that we have done take over. Surrender to the magic of yoga. you have the time to dedicate to your Shavasana, feel free to pause, to turn on some music, to take as much time as you'd like. I suggest at least 5 minutes, but upwards of 20, to just be. To just feel and observe and surrender. As you feel ready, gently start to bring some movement back into the body. If you're on the back, slowly making your way onto the side. And gently making your way back up to a comfortable seat if you're not already there. Now I'll invite you to bring the hands to heart center or take any other meaningful gesture with the hands. And before we close today, just take a moment to thank yourself. Have some gratitude for stepping on your mat, turning on this video, for giving yourself this gift of self-love. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I see you, I honor you, and I bow to you. Namaste.